Um, yeah.
I deliberately misgender babies.
Yeah.
Within the first minute of this show, I referred to Jesus Christ as a cunt. That happened. Now, oh look, hey look, I'm not here to shit on anybody's faith systems, okay? Dig what you want to dig, baby. But you got to understand, I was raised Catholic, so in my opinion, jokes about Jesus are fucking hilarious. Oh, look, have I said one or two things in my career that could be perceived as regrettable? Possibly. But in my defense, I am battling a serious 9-volt battery addiction at this time. I'm trying to detox on double A's, but it's hard. I went to an AA meeting, but it wasn't about batteries. And finally, and this is the big one, Phoebe and I are not together anymore. I mean, technically, we didn't make it past the first date.
Oh.
It was the best first date ever. All of that was true. We had an amazing day in the park, and it started to get late. We decided to go get dinner. So she handed me Simone de Beauvoir. She went to use the public toilets. I skipped back to the car, put the top down, backed the car up, and it turns out Phoebe is the sound a guinea pig makes when you back over it with a 2000-mile 93S convertible Saab. It wasn't dead, but it was pretty fucked up. Its back was broken and its leg was all... It was suffering. It was suffering. And I'm like, well, there's no way I can get out of this. There are no other cars in the car park. Clearly, I have run over the guinea pig. So I have a choice. Do I let Phoebe come out of the toilets and see her beloved pet guinea pig in this much pain? Or do I kill the guinea pig? Tough call as a vegan. I mean, I can't take an animal's life, but I can't let an animal suffer. I gotta kill the guinea pig. So, I picked up a rock and I knelt down next to Simone de Beauvoir. I'm so sorry. If I hadn't have locked my keys in the car 3 weeks ago, you wouldn't be in this position. The distance between cause and effect. And Simone de Beauvoir went limp. And I imagined her little soul rising up out of her body. And I followed the path of her soul up to the air.
It locked eyes.
And locked eyes with Phoebe. Who had just witnessed me murder her guinea pig in cold blood. I mean, who brings a guinea pig to a first date? Seriously. Who brings cupcakes to a first date? Cupcakes with blue icing, by the way. Blue is not even a natural colour for foodstuffs. 2013, I'm so sorry. You know that joke, actually, if you're not familiar with that joke, that blueberries bit, it's one of my most well-known jokes. People quote that joke at me all the time. People make fucking fan art for that joke. The original premise was, what flavour are blue 7-Eleven slushies? And then that turned into a bit about food allergies. Anyway, the punchline was always, blueberries are fucking purple. Now, I filmed that joke for a special, and after it had been online for a few years, somebody pointed out to me that it is very similar to a joke by one of the greatest comedians of all time, George Carlin. And by very similar, I mean almost identical. George Carlin's bit is about blue foods, and he actually uses the words, blueberries are purple. Now, when I wrote the joke, I knew who George Carlin was, sure, but I'd never seen that bit. I hadn't seen much of his stuff, actually. I was more of a Bill Hicks fan at that point in my life. Yeah, if you're not familiar, if Carlin's the Torah, Hicks is the New Testament. But I can say, with absolute confidence, that if I had seen the George Carlin blue foods bit, there's no fucking way I would have written that joke. That's not how I roll, Melbourne. And look, it's not a particularly original premise. Blueberries are fucking purple! But the fact is, George Carlin filmed that joke in front of a live audience 2 years before I was even born. Can you feel that, Melvin? This is the real cancellation. You've all totally forgotten that 2 minutes ago, I caved in a guinea pig's head with a fucking rock. Look, the greatest crime in comedy is lack of originality. But in politics, lack of originality is a fucking asset. So maybe I'm entering politics not because I actually want to see change in the world, but because I'm not certain I have anything original left to contribute. I don't want to become a Randy Felt-face cover band, churning out another hour of jokes, barely distinguishable from the last hour of jokes, year after year after year, having flashbacks to jokes I've already written while I'm on stage, or second-guessing every single comedic premise for fear of plagiarism. To be perfectly honest, I don't even know if I know how to be funny anymore. Excuse me. Oh, Jesus. So anyway, after I euthanized Simone de Beauvoir, Phoebe was understandably inconsolable. I managed to clumsily explain that it was an act of mercy rather than straight-up guinea pig homicide, and she calmed down long enough to stop punching me in the face, which was nice. I emptied a tin of shortbread biscuits that I had stashed in the Saab. Phoebe scooped up Simone de Beauvoir's lifeless body and placed it in the tin. Phoebe said this was Simone de Beauvoir's favourite park, and it seemed a fitting place to bury her. I was pretty sure that would have been against council regulations, but I think she was in shock, so I didn't say anything. There was a circular rose garden in the middle of the park with soil loose enough for me to dig a hole with a stick, and we placed the tin into the hole, covered it with dirt, and stepped back. As Phoebe began to shakily sing Candle in the Wind by Elton John, it occurred to me that maybe I dodged a bullet ending the relationship before it started. And look, that that might sound harsh, but let's put this into perspective, shall we? I have nothing to offer someone like Phoebe. I'm never around, Matt. I've been on the road for so much of my adult life that the only meaningful relationships I've managed to cultivate are with the people that work in the Virgin Lounge at Coolangatta Airport. Tracy sends hugs, by the way. And I know you wanted it to work out with me and Phoebe. I know you were invested in my happiness because I heard you all go, oh, during the Phoebe story. And I appreciate that. I love that. It means a lot to me. I respect you as an audience. And that's why I've got to be honest with you and tell you that if I was in a committed relationship, I probably wouldn't tell you people about it. It's none of your fucking business. Phoebe is the sound of my heart exploding. Get fucked, Melbourne! The sun began to set as Phoebe moved on to Green Day's Time of Your Life. And I glanced over to my right, and there, leaning against a tree with the sun setting behind him, was Screaming Man, licking a 9-volt battery. And the credits began to roll on this independent short film.
See, the reason I like stuff like this, comedy bits and whatnot, is because I have the ability to actually envision in my head the stories and characters he's talking about. I mean, I can envision what Screaming Man looks like. Big muscular Jamaica kind of dude, you know, black hair, big forehead, muscular, 6'2", 6'3". I mean, yeah, and Phoebe with a cute little pug face. You know, I can actually envision stuff like that. So that's why I enjoy watching that kind of stuff or listening to it. Either way, it doesn't matter. That's me. But yeah, oh shit. Damn. Advil 40 fucking milligram, motherfuckers. Oh, here we go.
Hello, I'm the Nostalgia Cream guy. Remember it? So
Here we go.
Hello, I'm the Nostalgia Cream guy. Remember it? So you don't have to. Let me tell you a story about a brilliant writer and director named John Hughes. He recently passed away, but what he left behind will last forever. He directed such classics like The Breakfast Club, Automobiles, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, and so forth. He also was a talented writer, writing screenplays for the National Lampoon Vacation movies, Home Alone, Pretty in Pink, and many more. Yes, John Hughes certainly seemed like the voice of a generation. Then Home Alone 2 came around. He wrote it, and it sucked. Then Baby's Day Out came around. He wrote it, and it sucked. Then 101 Dalmatians, Flubber, Just Visiting, Dennis the Menace, that shitty-ass Miracle on 34th Street remake. Oh, in my head! What happened? He was like the voice, and then he got lost to the slapstick-inspired shit. Or slap shit, as I like to call it. But none of them are as bad as the crowning achievement of horror that is simply known as Home Alone 3.
Oh my God.
This is a film where even if you saw the previews, you felt dirty. How could such a great writer stoop to such an insulting,
Home Alone 3
and absolutely unentertaining
fucking suck.
Well, let's see if we can figure it out. This is Home Alone 3. So the movie starts with
worst
the
movie
typical
on the
Home Alone
planet
music,
Earth
followed by the typical Home Alone credits, taking place in the typical Home Alone setting.
besides
Hong
Avatar
Kong!
2.
Literally, the first minute completely misses the idea of the franchise.
$10 for the missile chip. Sounds like your clients want to build a missile that can't be detected by radar. Whoever possesses this chip could dominate the entire region.
What is this, Die Hard 5? What does this have to do with Home Alone?
That's what you asked for. Air Force NSB 100C series. Where's my money?
Seriously, how do we go from a kid being left in a house to weapons espionage? That's a pretty big fucking leap.
Here. Hide it in the toy car. We'll slip it right past Anne for security.
Oh, great. You know, it's because of bumholes like you that we had to take our shoes off at the checkpoint. But unfortunately, the bag gets switched with some lady, and the spies panic in order to find her. She's leaving. So they get the number of the cab through their glove cam as they pin down the area where the woman was dropped off. And seeing how it's a John Hughes movie, my guess is it's in a Chicago suburb where everybody is rich, quirky, and white. Oh, what a shock!
All done, Mrs. Suss.
You were supposed to deal with the snow promptly, weren't you?
Yes, but
Butts for ashtrays. I don't care for excuses. We had an understanding, and you broke it. Your word is worthless.
sorry, that'll be returned, Mrs. Suss.
So you can tell the neighborhood I stiffed you on a snow removal job.
Jeez, this woman's as compassionate as a punch to my balls.
Consider this your payment. I have no use for the silly thing.
Thank you.
This little boy is Alex, not Kevin. Alex. He doesn't even know Kevin. That's because Kevin's not in this movie. None of the original characters are in this movie. This is because nothing about this movie has anything to do with Home Alone, despite the fact that it carries the name Home Alone. So, why does it carry the name Home Alone? Because it's a goddamn horrible movie! So it turns out Alex has the chicken pox, which means he has to stay home from school. Hey look, Scarlett Johansson's his sister. I already made a lost in translation joke ignored, so let's move on. As Alex stays at home, he starts looking through a telescope at Mrs. Hess's house.
No. It carries the name Home Alone because the franchise that owns Home Alone had a contract to make so many per year or what the fuck ever you want to call it. And in order for them to keep the Home Alone the Home Alone franchise, they had to produce a movie like that, and they just put together what the fuck ever they wanted and called it Home Alone. Even though it has nothing, didn't have much to do with the boy being left at home alone anyways.
His pet rat, Doris.
Look, Doris.
You know, I'm actually trying to envision the great John Hughes writing scenes like that. And then the mouse looks through the telescope and sees a cat. It's just a cat on the TV screen, but nevertheless, he gets scared. John Hughes, you've done it again. Where's my whiskey? So the spies rent a house on the street as they know the old woman lives on the road, but they don't know which house. And wouldn't you know it, both parents have to leave the house, as the father always goes on business trips and the mother has to make a last-minute presentation at her job.
I'll be gone an hour at the very most. I called Mrs. Hess and told her you'll be alone. She said if anything comes up, she'll be right over.
But wait a minute, why doesn't she just have Mrs. Hess watch it? Your kid is sick and all alone. Who cares if she's a bitch? She's still a babysitter, you whore. Alright, well, despite that obvious leap in stupidity, Alex continues to look for his telescope. So while looking through his telescope, he comes across the spy sneaking into one of the houses. Like a reasonably smart kid, he calls 911, but the spies escape before the cops can see him. that's too dark. That's the old John Hughes. This is the new quirky. Let's see. Oh, Wouldn't you know it, both parents have to leave the house, as the father always goes on business trips, and the mother has to make a last-minute presentation at her job.
I'll be gone an hour at the very most. I called Mrs. Hess and told her you'll be alone. She said if anything comes up, she'll be right over.
Well, wait a minute. Why doesn't she just have Mrs. Hess watch
You
it?
got a
Her
little-
kid is sick and all alone. Who cares if
That's
she's
what
a
I'm
bitch?
saying,
She's still a
it is-
babysitter, you whore. Alright, well, despite that obvious leap in stupidity, Alex continues to look for his telescope. So while looking through his telescope, he comes across the spy sneaking into one of the houses. Like a reasonably smart kid, he calls 911, but the spies escape before the cops can see him. Freeze! No, that's too dark. That's too dark. That's the old John Hughes. This is the new quirky, lighthearted John Hughes. Let's see. Oh, I know. The dog actually freezes in place. Delightful. Where's my accent? So both the mother and the cops think Alex made up what he saw and don't look into it any further. But wouldn't you know it, the spies break into another house the next day. Well, that's okay though, because we know that the parents stayed home this time. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. They left again? What kind of parents are these? Do they leave their fucking medicine in the toy chest as well? So, once again, he calls the cops, the spies get away, and nobody believes him.
I saw a burglar yesterday and I saw a burglar today.
There was no one in that house.
But there was something ugly. So he figures it's time to take matters into his own hands.
First the Steffens, then Mrs. Hess. I agree, Doris. The next stop is the Alcott's house. What kind of a burglar goes into a house and doesn't take anything? Do you know what I think? I think they're looking for something special. And they're looking in everybody's house because they don't know who has it.
Yes, it appears to be more than elementary in this matter. Doris, fetch me my violin. So Alex gets a video camera and some duct tape as the parents leave him for a third time. Alright, this is comical now. I mean, really comical. Remember what a big deal it was in the first film when they left him behind?
I mean,
You forgot him.
Just horrible.
What kind of mother am I?
And now
I love it when a uneducated child can figure out stuff that they know nothing about. It's amazing, isn't it? It can only be written and directed by someone asinine.
it's just like, have fun while I'm gone, son! Be sure to stay away from the rat poison I keep under your pillow! So with a camera, duct tape, and a few wires, Alex manages to get his own wireless security network. The 5-year-old now has a portable wireless security network. The realism in this movie just fucking astounds me. So he sneaks his camera into the next house that the spies are looking for. Yeah, thank God none of the houses have babies, toddlers, or stay-at-home parents. Sort of lucked out on that front. But one of the spies finds the car as Alex tries to think of a plan to distract them.
Hello, this is Karen. Hi, how's it going?
Let's just roam around here.
And then, he trains the ferret. He trains the ferret to record a fake message on the answering machine. But that plan seems to backfire as the spies get the car and examine the video recorder on top.
It's a video camera. Someone's on to us.
Wait, now just hear me out. What if it's a 5-year-old boy who wired a security system in his own house? Oh, come on, that's something John Hughes will come up with if he was on Quaaludes. Did I really just write that? Where's the Quaaludes woods. So even though they get the tape, Alex drives the car away with the chip inside. They partake in a little cheese. We have ourselves a little slapstick. Yuck. As Alex discovers the chip inside the car, again to his credit, he reports it to a member of the military, and even though they don't believe him, he gives them the number on the chip. But the bad guys find out where Alex lives as, prepare yourself, the parents leave again. I don't even care anymore. If you want your kid to be milk carton of the week, that's your problem.
Hello.
This time, however, they do ask Mrs. Hess to watch it, but only after they left, which is still pretty damn stupid, especially considering how the bad guys find her and tape her to a chair. Parents of the year or morons? Morons. So, of course, it's up to our friggin' boy genius to save the day. First, he tries to trick the woman by controlling the dog with a dog whistle. He doesn't have a dog, but he has a dog whistle. I'm sure he just buys cat food for fun, too.
Yeah. There is no movement inside.
The other spiders try to get through the back, but of course he has traps for them, too. Actually, that's the second John Hughes farting joke I've seen in a week. The other one being in Flubber. Why is he all about the strange things coming out of people's butts?
I just think we're having an off day.
Why didn't they just fucking move?
So yeah, we get the traps just like in the other two movies, but these traps are like really friggin' precise. Like he has to know exactly what spot they're gonna be on and not be a centimeter off. And look at this, he cuts holes in the house. How the hell did he do that? Did he call Ace Hardware to set these up?
Ouch.
Watch this scene. It's not even funny. It's like something out of a horror movie. And of course, we have pratfall after pratfall after pratfall. Believe it or not, the mother actually calls in the middle of all this, and Alex says that everything is fine.
Honey, you're all out of breath. Is something wrong?
No, everything's fine.
Oh yeah, just fighting for terrorists and fleeing for my life. But don't worry, you have deadlines to meet. But it turns out the number on the chip got to higher authorities as they pull Alex's mother and his siblings aside for questioning.
It's Alex. This is my other son. Why, what's happened?
He may be in danger.
Maybe I should have left him alone 18 times. Hey, he's not here. He's at home.
Let's move.
Why is he in danger?
We think he intercepted a top-secret electronic device stolen from a Defense Department contractor by a group of international criminals working for a North Korean terrorist organization.
Meanwhile, the mayhem continues at home. Say, you ever notice that these secret agents suck?
Recognize this?
How do you get outside?
The same way you're gonna get outside.
Is it weird they turned to Christopher Walken there?
I don't know.
So without giving too much away, all the fuckheads, they scream and get hurt. Surprise! So he frees Mrs. Hess as the cops finally arrive and take the spies away.
All men on three, stupid. Asinine.
What, every possible thing a parent can do wrong?
7 years I've been after this guy. He always manages to slip away.
And now a 5-year-old catches him. This is the worst day of my life.
Thanks.
Wait a minute, there's still one more spy on the loose. okay. A parent operating a toy car, lighting a match, and setting off a series of explosions has it totally under control. Dr. fucking Doolittle couldn't get an animal to do all that. So after all is said and done, what does the film finally end on? A father giving his son a race car as a gift. Oh, the irony! Oh, the irony. Did it! I wrote the worst Home Alone script ever! I know I'm contractually obligated to write at least one more movie, but the script is so bad that no studio would ever buy it! What are we gonna do? Hire the director of Beverly Hills Chihuahua to direct it? No studio's that stupid! John Hughes, you're a genius! We'll take it.
Yeah, that's the thing. They're required to write so many per year and not in order to keep the rights to it. Because if they don't keep the rights to the movie franchise, then they don't receive any royalties or what the fuck ever. Because from the movie, because the movie no longer belongs to them. So Warner Brothers, fuck off, or whoever. I see vagina, that's it. I see vagina. That's it. I see vagina. I see vagina, that's it. Okay, let's oh fuck, I don't know. God damn it. There's so much.
Froggy only near fit to the water.
Ah, shut up. Yeah.
Played Little Misfortune. Hell, before playing it, I actually knew nothing about it. So when I had people on my Discord tell me it was one of their favorite horror games of all time, all I could think was, what horror? Well, yikes forever, I had no idea what I was in for. Don't let this game's cutesy, adorable nature, lovable characters,
Who the fuck's this?
and gorgeous world fool you. This game will crush your soul. So sit back, get comfortable, and watch this game break my heart as we finally play Little Misfortune.
Another
Here's it for a
gamer
ride. Oh, I'm excited.
obsessed with Little Misfortune.
Hi, Mr. Fox. Hi, Mr. Death. Oh my god, he's jamming out. What you listening to, buddy? This is where I go when I get my 10k steps in. Hey, look at that guy's nose up there. Oh, he's gone. Nose man died. Where is he going to? Be aware, you spelled B.
Oh, fuck you.
Oh, a little dog. That's the cutest thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
Play with it, set it free. I'm gonna play with it. I feel like if I set it free, it might run into traffic. Oh no. Oh. Hello, happy Monday. I figured Mondays kind of suck, and I was like, today, what would seem to be a good game to play today? It's gonna be Little Misfortune, because I haven't played it, and I've heard nothing but good things about this damn game.
That's why
I was like, it's time. We're gonna have a crazy good Monday. Dude, what is the it's so girly, but like there's sparkles everywhere. I don't know what I'm looking at. It's so.
Hold on, I'll be right back. Guys, I have to shut you off for a second. Don't worry, I'll turn you back on in a few.